has a great attitude, just all around a very versatile, well-rounded student. So each grade, 1st through 12th grade, submits that, and then that goes onto a larger ballot that is passed around to the entire school, 1st through 12th grade, and we take a Best Christian Character and Student of the Year from middle school and high school, and then we also take one from elementary school. So I said all of that to just give you context that I'm going to tell you who the Student of the Year this year is. Our Christian Character came from 6th grade, so we do 1st through 6th grade for elementary, and then 7th through 12th grade for middle high school. So our 6th grader will be getting his Christian Character Award in the middle school, high school in a little bit. But the Student of the Year for the elementary actually is somebody who I think is a lovely young lady, very bright. I was looking at the certificates and signing all the certificates, and she got highest overall average for all of her classes. She got a special certificate for having the highest overall average. She's athletic. She participates in our youth league, our youth basketball league in the spring. She's sweet somehow, even though I know who her dad is, she still somehow is sweet. And I guess she gets that from her mom. And we are very fortunate that Lee and Nicole both work here, Mr. and Mrs. Bailey, and bring so much professionalism, joy to the school. But I think that Aubrey Bailey is very deserving of the Student of the Year award, and so she's going to get this nice little acrylic that says Aubrey Bailey, Student of the Year, Shining Light Academy 2025-2026. So you can come up here and get your award, and let's give her a round of applause. All right, I think that that's all I have on my end. So I will just say, and I'll come back up maybe at the end, but thank you so much for a great year. Those of you that are here have seen you. You come for so many different things. It's exciting to be able to catch up with some of you time to time. But as exciting as that is, I'm really excited to not see you for a little while. And I hope that you have a lovely summer, and that you make wonderful memories. And I know that in just the blink of an eye, it'll be open house. I'll be standing back up here again, God willing, and the joke will be back on me again. So, but for now, it's about to be tag you're it, and I have never been so thrilled to say that. So Miss Bailey, you come on down, and you guys can just follow one after another. Do you need this? Or you have your own? Okay.
Whoop, almost fell already. All right. Well, good morning. My name is Nicole Bailey, and I am in first grade. And I always type out my speech, so hopefully I'll go quickly, so I'm just going to read it. Okay, so this is my first year here at SLA, and I want to start off by saying thank you to Miss Blaylock and Miss Robinson for the opportunity to teach here. And also thank you to Miss Blackley for keeping me grounded, sharing ideas, and going along with all of my crazy suggestions. You truly are one of a kind, and I'm thankful to work along beside you and call you a friend. And we talked this morning and said we weren't going to cry, and I left my tissues down there, so hopefully I can get through this without crying. But this year's class has been such a blessing. We had 18 students in our classroom, so it was full of energy, personalities, and so much life. From the very beginning, I saw how this group truly did care for one another, whether it was helping a friend who was struggling or sharing a kind word. But this class showed what it meant to be a community. They learned how to work together, encourage one another, and celebrate each other's successes. And that's something that will stay with them far beyond this year. I started something new this year with spelling pre-tests. And so we always kind of had them, but they didn't really count towards a grade. And so I thought, well, so many of them are making, 100s or only missing one, and so they were making A's. So then I started saying, we can count this towards your grade if you want to, only if it was an A. And so, there would be some times where a couple of them wouldn't make that, and they would just be upset, sometimes crying, but upset. And you could hear the class going, it's okay, you can do it tomorrow. It's okay, try next week. And I just thought that was so sweet of them. This class has also taught me so much. It reminded me that it's okay to step out of my comfort zone as a teacher. I tend to be very structured and stick closely to the plan, and I'm kind of known as the strict teacher. But this year taught me that it's okay to go with the flow sometimes and not feel like everything has to be done a certain way. Some of our best memories came from unexpected moments. It's so funny because this is my third year here. So my first year, I had some of their siblings, and then last year, I had some of their siblings. And a couple of parents were talking to me at open house, and they say, my son told my daughter that Miss Bailey is very, very strict. It's not like kindergarten. She's very strict, but you're going to have fun. Or another one said, Miss Bailey is so strict, but we love her. And so this class taught me, it's okay to let them talk a little bit when before I might say no talking or, tearing out simple things like paper. But, in a class of 18 and first graders, if you let them whisper, it's like screaming and yelling through the whole modular. So, but they taught me that it's okay to do that. They're also full of laughter, curiosity, and fun. There's plenty of moments that I put on my teacher face, but there were so many moments where we just laughed and learned and simply enjoyed being together. They reminded me not to take the little moments for granted. To my students, I love you all so much. It has been a blessing to be your teacher this year. Every one of my students hold such a special place in my heart, and I'm so proud of who you're becoming. I think Katie shared a thing this morning that said something to the effect of, everybody's excited for the last day of school, but to us, it's our family that's moving on. And most of us teachers are staying, so we'll get to see you grow. But for those families who are not returning, we truly do love you. Okay, well, didn't make that, did I? Okay, so to my parents, I give you back your child a little older, a little wiser, and more independent than they were when the year began. Thank you for trusting me with your amazing children and for all of your support throughout this entire year. It truly means more than you know. So if your child wasn't here Wednesday, after the award ceremony, if you'll come back to the classroom and get their things, some of them have school supplies still in there and the gifts from me. So if you'll do that, I would appreciate it. But at this time, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my awards. Let me grab a tissue really quick. There's not a tissue up here. Man, third year, and I've done good. I've teared up, but I haven't cried like this, so I apologize. Okay, so class, when I call your name, we're going to come up here and stand up here until I finish talking about you, and then you can go sit down, okay? Excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, so my first one is Lydia Aquazine. And Lydia is going to get our Ray of Sunshine Award. She always has a smile and brightens everyone's day. Lydia has the most beautiful smile. Lydia, if you'll stand right here so Mom can get you a picture, okay? Stay right there for just a second. I don't know where she is, but... Okay, LaKayla Barrier. LaKayla gets my Sidekick Salute Award. I'm going to explain it. So LaKayla is funny and sweet, and she's always ready to help. So I had to move LaKayla around the classroom a couple times. She's tall, and so I moved. She started the year next to my class, or next to my desk, and she, I think I had to move her for different reasons. And so her mom reached out and said, can you move her closer to the front? So I did, but she was on the opposite side of the classroom. And so I told her mom, I think it was at the last parent night, I said, I miss talking to her. So I moved her back to my desk so we could talk. But there were so many times that she would just be talking to me and I would, be grading. And I said, look, Kayla, I'm not trying to be ugly, but I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not listening. So hold 1 second and let me get this done. But look, Kayla. Full of energy. Full of energy. Oh, wait, don't move. Like Kayla also gets gets an A honor roll certificate for the year. There you go. Okay, Ava Bell. Ava gets our Shining Star Performer Award this year for singing, flipping, and spreading sweetness everywhere. Ava at recess was always doing gymnastics, and she would be so cute. I would tell Casey, watch, because she would do her gymnastics, and then she would go and just pose and wait for us to clap. And Ava also receives our A Honor Roll Award. Hayden Bethay. Hayden gets our Wild Explorer Award. So this is for curious, creative, and proudly marching to his own beat. Hayden was such a joy to have in class this year, and at recess, he was always bringing some type of little creature, whether it was a frog, I think one time you brought, a moth, all sorts of things, and he would come up and say, Miss Bailey, and I would just go, no. But he would just come up and hold it. And so he gets our Wild Explorer Award. Yeah. Travis Bumblin. I don't think I said that right. Travis gets our Inspector Gadget Award. So Travis always had a stash of treasures tucked away in his desk. And we started the year trying to kind of have little toys on our desk, and that didn't really work. And so I had a rule with nothing in your desk, no toys in your desk. But somehow, he always found something in his desk. And one time we went out to recess, and he had like a whole hand of things just trying to carry them out. So he gets our Inspector Gadget Award. He also gets AB Honor Roll Certificate. Justin Seal. Justin, he gets our Quiet Spark Award this year. So this is for he was soft-spoken, but he shines bright during playtime. So at the very beginning of the year, our Bible test is they would have to verbally say their Bible to me. That was their test. And I would text Mom and say, I know he knows it, but he's got to say it to me. He's got to say it to me. And he's very, very quiet. But it was so funny because as the year came along, he started... he always came out during playtime with the class, but he started talking to me a little bit more. So he gets our Quiet Spark Award, and then he gets gets A Honor Roll Certificate for the year. And then he gets the highest GPA in first grade for Bible. Justin, let me give you a hug. You gonna give me a hug? No? Okay. You don't have to. It's okay. And he gets, we actually had 2 for Bible. So they were like so close. Our next one is Carson Dooley. Carson gets Faithful Learner. So Carson has a heart for the Bible and a love for reading. And I know last year that Miss Dalton said this during kindergarten graduation, but he truly loves to read. He loves his Awanas books. He would always ask during, quiet time, Miss Bailey, can I have my Awana book out? Or can I read my Dogman book? And I think he bought every Dogman book there was at the book fair a couple weeks ago. But he gets our Faithful Learner Award. He also gets A Honor Roll Certificate. And then he was our Christian nominee for first grade. And so he gets a cross pin. Yeah. Joy Eagle. Joy gets our Storytelling Star Award for funny, creative, and she was full of wonderful stories. There was probably not a recess that went by, or at least once a week. She's always coming up to me and saying, Miss Bailey, can I tell you a joke? And the funniest part of the joke was not the ending. It was the fact that she couldn't remember the joke. And so she would start off telling it to me, and I would just be smiling big, and she'd go, wait, no, that's not right. And then she'd have to start it over. So she gets our Storytelling Star Award. Jahani Ebenhole. Jahani gets our Golden Example Award for always doing what's right and being shining as a role model. Jahani was a student that I didn't have to tell to do. She always put her head down when she was supposed to, or when she thought I would ask. She would raise her hand to get out of her seat. She was always very sweet and kind. I don't think there's been one time this year where somebody come up and said, Jahani said something mean, or Jahani pushed me, or Jahani cut me off in line, or, anything. So she gets our Golden Example Award. She also gets A Honor Roll, and then she was First Grade Student of the Year nominee. And Violet Faust is not here today, but I still want to recognize her. So she gets our Future Teacher Award, smart, confident, and a natural leader. And sometimes I can get tripped up in my words, as you probably can tell, and she was there to finish it. She knew what we were going to do, when we were going to do it, and if we didn't do it right then, she corrected me and said, no, Miss Bailey, we're supposed to do this. So she gets our Future Teacher. She also gets A Honor Roll. She gets highest GPA, one of the highest GPA awards in spelling. And then she gets the highest GPA award in phonics. I want to say that she had straight 100s throughout the whole entire year for both of those. Next one is Scotty Fuller. Scotty, I remember from last year when I was at the door, he would always come and say, hey, I'm Scott, whenever I had door duty that week. But he gets our Fun Facts Expert Award. And he was always telling me some fun fact really about the ocean. I don't know if that's just because you love the ocean or if that was our theme this year, but he was full of knowledge and had a love for animals, but he was always telling me that. He also gets A Honor Roll, and then he gets the other highest GPA for spelling. And Scotty was one of those, if he missed one on our pre-test on Friday for spelling, he wanted to retake it because he wanted that straight 100. So he got those awards. Okay, then we have Satara Killaru. Satara gets our Awesome Artist Award for excellent penmanship. She can write much better than I can, and the love for drawing. She was always asking in our downtime. Sometimes we would just do a brain break or watch a funny video or color and draw, and she always wanted to color and draw, and she can do that very well. I always keep all of my papers that the students have given me, and I have a huge stack, and I would say over half of it is probably things that Satara has drawn for me. So she gets that, and then she also gets our A Honor Roll certificate. Tyson McCrae. So in my little speech, I guess, that I did before, I talked about how funny this class was. And Tyson gets our Classroom Comedian Award and for quick-witted and hilarious. And I found a picture that looks just like you, doesn't it? I thought that was pretty neat. But Tyson, he would say things that he didn't even know was funny. And so I would be over at my desk just laughing, and then he would kind of cut his eye at me and realize I was laughing, and so then he would laugh. But he always kept us laughing in the classroom. He's such a sweet boy. Tristan Morton. Tristan gets another award that's kind of similar to one I've already given out, but it's a Storyteller Award for being smart, imaginative, and full of stories. He necessarily wouldn't make up stories or jokes to tell us, but he was always telling us something. So I thought this award was very fitting for him. Such a sweet boy all around. I did have to wake him up a couple times during class, but He still came off with A honor roll. Again, another almost straight 100 student. And then he gets our highest GPA for math this year. So even though you slept a little bit, you still pulled it out, didn't you? Okay, I'm almost done. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to go fast. Pantson Indong. I should have asked her how to say that. To know Pantson is just to absolutely love her. She gets our Super Singer Award for singing and dancing with joy. There were so many times we came out of the classroom, walk into lunch, and I would just hear someone belt out in song, and I would turn around, and the class already knew. They would go, Pantson! She was always singing, always humming in the class or just singing out. So she gets our Super Singer Award. She also gets A honor roll. And then she gets the highest GPA in Bible. The other highest GPA. Okay, and then Brian Nosring. And Brian is not here. Want to make sure he didn't come in. So you've heard the saying of sweet and salty. But Brian gets sweet and silly. He's also another student that's very quiet, but he is so sweet. And he would do things in the classroom kind of like Tyson, and he wouldn't know that it was funny until I kind of looked at him and he realized that I was smiling really big. So he gets a sweet and silly award, so we'll make sure to give that to him. Callie Rice. So Callie's brother, I believe, was the one that was like, Miss Bailey is very strict. But I've enjoyed getting to know all these students and their siblings. Some of them are sad because it's the last sibling. Y'all need to have some more babies so I can keep having your children. All right, well, Callie gets our Super Helper Award, and I kind of spoiled it parent night with her parents. I didn't tell them that they were getting her award, but I already talked to them about it. But she was dependable, smart, funny, and an amazing leader. Callie was one of those that I could depend on to run to the office. And we always sent him in at least in twos, and she was always, Callie, pick somebody to go with you to the office to get something off the printer. Or, Callie, can you take this to the trash? Or, Callie, can you do this? And she was always, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And I so appreciated that. And I knew she was going to do exactly what she needed to do. And I wasn't going to get a text from Miss Gale saying, they're running around the parking lot if they were with Callie. So she gets A honor roll award as well. Okay. And our last one, Jackson Rice. Jackson, I also had his sister Lily my first year. But Jackson gets our Determined Achiever Award for being sweet, hardworking, and always striving to be his best. And Jackson was one of these. He wanted to be and do his best on everything. It didn't matter what it was. If it was in art class, he wanted it to be perfect and, to the best that he could do. If it was in taking a test or just coloring or drawing or anything, he wanted it to be the best. So he's going to get our Determined Achiever Award. And your picture also looks just like you. Look at that. And then he gets an AB honor roll for the year. So good job, Jackson. All right, and I don't think that's mine. And I'm finished, so Miss Blackley, you're next. Be careful, I'm just gonna mix up with those. Okay.
Good morning. First and foremost, this is my first year at SLA. My name is Katie Blackley. I am the second grade teacher. I want to say thank you so much to Ms. Robinson, Ms. Blaylock. It's been a great year. You guys bear with me. I'm going to be a wreck. So, I've been trying to find the right words for this moment, but the truth is there are none. This year has meant more to me than I will ever be able to put into words. From the first day, this class became my family. We've learned so much together, reading, writing, math, but the things I'm most proud of aren't found in a workbook. It's the kindness that I've seen, the friendships that have grown, and the way that they've lifted each other up. These are the moments that matter the most to me. To my sweet students, you have been such a light in my life. Every hug, every good morning, every prayer together, and every story you couldn't wait to tell me when you got there. These are the moments that I will always carry with me. You didn't just grow this year. You helped me grow in patience and joy and in seeing the beauty in even the smallest moments. To my parents, thank you for trusting me with your children. This is something I will never take lightly, and thank you for your support, encouragement, and partnering with me every step of the way. Thank you for allowing me to not only be their teacher, but more than that, to love them. This year is especially hard to close because it's my first, and how much this class has poured into me. I'm not taking the memories just with me. I'm taking the love, the laughter, and the lessons your children have given me every single day. They have made me better, not just as a teacher, but as a person. So I have some awards for them. And class, I will call you up. You'll come up and get your awards, and then you may go and have a seat. You can stand and wait for parents to take your pictures if you would like. First is Naomi Aguazin. She is getting my Sweetest Pie Award. She is always so sweet and thoughtful to the ones around her. She has been wonderful in the classroom. We worked through some really tough times, but she worked really hard to get through those. And she's also getting a B honor roll for the year. Next is Hannah Bentley. She is getting my Kind Classmate Award, showing kindness always to the ones around her, even when it seemed like no one was watching. This girl is so sweet all the time. Her smile brightens the room when she walks in, and I'm just so grateful that I got to teach her this year. She is also getting an A Honor Roll Award for the year. Next is Lillian Chatham. She is getting my Personal Best Award. She always put in her best, no matter what. If she didn't put in her best, she would get very upset, and we would have to take some time to calm down over this. She has been such a bright star in the classroom. We have missed a few days together this year, but she is also taking home A Honor Roll for the year, the highest outstanding performance and average in math, and the highest average in phonics this year. Next is Alina Dooley. She's taken my Donut Stress Award. She is a calm force in any situation, one that everyone looks to for a calm and relaxed attitude. Alina always came in the classroom and really just could make any crazy, stressful situation calm. And she also was our nominee this year in second grade for Christian character. She has shown so many good things, and she brings the light of Jesus everywhere she goes. And she's also taken home A Honor Roll for the year. Next is Gabrielle French. She is getting my Perseverance Award. She is always willing to work and try new things until she figures it out. So when we got into new things this year in math and reading, Gabby was the one that was like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is how I'm going to work it out, and I'm going to figure it out. And she did. She is super, super sweet. She always gives me all the best hugs as well. She is also taking home A Honor Roll for the year and incredible performance and highest average for spelling this year. Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin is getting the Pizza My Heart Award. He's just like a pizza and everybody loves him, okay? He has been a light in the classroom. We started off a little rocky this year with him being here for the first year, but he has grown beyond words, and I'm so, so very proud of him. He's also taken home a B Honor Roll for the year. Nora Gritton. Nora is getting my leadership award. She is a true leader. She always is on top of everything. If there's a rule put in place, you can bet your bottom dollar Nora's going to follow it to the T. She is not letting anything get past her. She was such a help in the classroom. Just so wonderful to have. She's also taking a honor roll home for the year and the highest average in Bible. Next is Parker Gritton. Parker is taking home the Future President Award. He is a true leader and knows just how to bring the best out of everyone. He is a light. He is so silly and so funny, but he was always on top of his stuff. He was always sharing just great ideas with the class. There were several days he would raise his hand, Miss Katie, can I share something fun about this math problem with the class? Or can I share something extra about this reading passage? And so he was such a joy to have in the classroom. He is also taking home a honor roll for the year. Next is Liam Hicks. Liam is taking home my Problem Solver Award. Nothing stands in his way, and he can work through anything. He was very determined to show that with anything that came his way in the classroom. He is also very outspoken and silly, so if there's ever anything funny, you can bet that he's probably in the center of it somewhere. He is also taking home a honor roll for the year and the highest average in Bible. Isabella Houston. Isabella is getting the Happy Helper Award. Everyone could always count on her to help and do it with a smile. She never was a complainer. Anytime anybody needed something, Isabella was there to help as much as she possibly could. Very bright star in the classroom. She works super hard. She's also taking home a B Honor Roll for the year. Cheyenne Kotha. Cheyenne is taking home the Curious Kiddo Award. His curious nature makes him a natural thinker and always looking and thinking for answers. Cheyenne was always curious about everything. He was always asking questions. If he wanted to know more about something, you can bet he was going to ask just what he wanted to know. And there were so many times in the classroom he was just so excited to ask a question about what we were talking about. He is also taking home a honor roll for the year. Trey Kratzberg. Trey is taking home the Hardworking Hero Award. He always worked hard, showed dedication and determination. Trey came to us for the first year this year, and at the beginning he was having a little bit of a rocky time, but he's a truly good friend, and he worked really, really hard this year and has taken home a B Honor Roll for the year. Great job, buddy. Kayla Morgan. Kayla Morgan is getting the Most Improved Award for the classroom this year. She has worked so hard. It has paid off, and she has grown so much this year. This is her first year here at Shining Light, and I have seen the growth consistently move in her, and the Lord consistently move in her life, and it has just been wonderful. Congratulations, Kayla. Paris is not here, Paris Scott, but I do want to give her some recognition. She received our Most Bubbly Award. Her bubbly personality was always fun to be around, and you always had something upbeat to share. She always shared so many fun things with me. She was a big helper, and she just was very, very light and happy around all of her classmates. She loved to spend time with all of them. She's also taking home a honor roll for the year and the Amazing Reading Highest Average Star of the Year. Andrew Tuprong is not here with us today either. He is taking home our Best Dancer Award. He was always dancing. If we turned the music on, he was moving. When we did any worship songs, Andrew was the one that was in it and moving around no matter what. It was awesome. Mayula is not here either. He received my Shining Star Award. He was always a bright spot in my classroom and always kept a smile on his face. Josiah Wallace Chan. Okay, you can come on up here, buddy. Josiah got my Math Whiz Award. He was always thinking, working, and challenging himself to be better. Math is his thing. He does a great job in it. And he also is taking home a honor roll for the year. Good job, Josiah. Sorry, Mila, I did not see you, my friend. So you are taking my Shining Star Award. Thank you for always being so bright in the classroom, buddy. Sorry, I didn't mean to overlook that. And last is Owen. Is Owen here? Owen Williams. He's taken home my A+ athlete award. He was a strong athlete. He had a lot of athletic skill. And he was a leader in that athletic aspect. He was always on the playground doing something different and trying to start a new game. So he would also take home his A honor roll certificate this year. And before I finish, I forgot if I could have Nora Gritton come back up here. She was our 2nd grade nominee for Student of the Year. So I need to present her pin. And that is it. Thank you guys all. I hope everybody has a wonderful summer.
Good morning. I'm Miss Cumby. I am a 3rd grade teacher. I've been here a long time, so I'm not going to say how long, but it has been a pleasure to be in your child's life this year and I hope as the running theme that we hear today between 1st, 2nd, and now 3rd grade, when your students walk into our classroom, they are not just our students, they are our family, and we really try to nurture that family culture in our classrooms. And yes, I'm strict, and yes, we have fun, and I just hope that this year, class, what we have learned that you will take with you. The times that we've talked about in Bible, about our Christian character, about how we need to honor God, honor our parents, that you will do that. This year we read Pilgrim's Progress like we do every year, and it's a wonderful book, and in 4th grade, they'll be reading Christiana's Journey. But the kids in 3rd grade just love it because there's a lot of symbolism in there about the Lord and how much He loves us no matter how much we mess up. And we've talked a lot about that, we're just being real with each other in the class, that, we have days that we don't come in and we're not our best. But when we have a repentant heart and we ask God for forgiveness, He's always so faithful to be there to help us and to forgive us and to reconcile us back into Himself. So I will miss you all this year. We've done our final lineup today. We did our final lunch the other day. And you guys have really, really been a blessing to me this year. And I really want to thank Miss Penny for having you in second grade, because she poured so much love into you and so much of Jesus into you that it has carried over. And I hope and I pray that it continues to do that as well. So, for awards. The first award, first person I want to call up will be my Christian character nominee for the year, and that is Eric Pacheco. Eric also gets a honor roll for the year. He also gets my mathematics achievement certificate for having the highest math average. He also gets perfect attendance, and he also gets our overall GPA average of 97.2 for the whole year. And I wish I had time to say how special each one of these children are to me, but Eric, I love you, and I just love seeing you grow, and I loved seeing you there every day with your smile. And Eric was my helper. I know Miss Katie, or it might have been Nicole, that said that sometimes, it was you, that Violet would correct. Eric was my teacher helper. He was my, hey, Miss C, this is not how we do this. We do it this way. And I was like, okay, Eric, you're right. So this is for him. My next award is for Hannah Yaminez. She is getting our Faithful Friend Award because Hannah is so kind to everyone, and she's always willing to share what she has, and she just does it so gracefully. My next award goes to Jaden Linghot. Jaden is getting my Creative Thinker Award because sometimes in the middle of class I would be teaching and he would be, and I'd say, Jaden, are you paying attention? And he'd say, yeah, I'm just thinking. And if I asked a question, he would know the answer. But he is my thinker. He's the one who will stop and think before he answers, and that's a good trait to have, I think. Washington Dew. Washington came to us new this year, and he is a quiet force. He's great at reading. He is a great friend. He wants to make me happy. He wants to be friends with everyone. And so he gets the Can Do Award because he always faces every challenge that he's up against, and he never gives up. He wants to do it, and I just admire him so much for that. And the classes just embraced him and brought him in and just loved him as if he's been here since he was K3. The next award will be for Hannah Ellick, or Words. Hannah gets a honor roll. She also gets my highest overall GPA average for the girls. Eric was for the boys, with a 96.7 in all subjects. She also gets the handwriting award. This girl's handwriting is amazing. I hate to say it, but it's better than mine. But she's another quiet one. I had a lot of kids this year that were very quiet, but they were very mighty when it came to working hard, getting their work done, and being about the business of the classroom. So this is Next is Daniel Thomas. Now, Daniel was also a new addition to our school this year, and like I said, we really nurture the fact that these are not just our students, they become our family. And everyone in the class just really took care of Washington and Daniel when they came in from another school. So he's going to get a honor roll for the whole year. This kid has worked incredibly hard, and he is incredibly smart as well. He also gets my certificate of achievement for his eagerness to learn, thrive, and blend right in our class this year. He well exceeded any of our expectations. All right, next is Dallas Rice. Dallas is going to get my science achievement certificate for being a super scientist. He had the highest average in science this year, and I think it's because he likes animals, preferably chickens. And I had to throw that in there for him. He also gets a honor roll for us this year. Dallas has been such a pleasure to have in class. He's funny. If I could give a comedian award, which I probably could have, but I had to narrow it down to one or two. So, but he is just so funny. He's brilliant. He's smart. He's silly, but he does his work and he does his best. So this is for Dallas. Next award is for Sally Lansana. She's got a couple. So, Sally has a honor roll this year. She also got perfect attendance. She also has the highest average in language, so she got my language art award. And Sally has just been a great addition to our class. She has a beautiful smile. She's everyone's friend. She likes to talk to her friends and just laugh and giggle, and I love to hear her laugh and get tickled. So this is for her. Next is Noah Gritton. Noah gets a honor roll this year for the whole year, and he also gets the Spelling Achievement Award for being a great overall speller and reader in class. Let's see. Next is Anaya Daku. Anaya gets a honor roll for the year, and she also gets my reading award for being a reading rock star in my class. I could always count on Anaya to know where we were and what we were reading, and she always had her hand raised to answer the comprehension questions. Next is Lily Rice. Now, Lily's getting another award, but so that's why she doesn't have an extra one from me. But stay tuned, you'll have another one, okay? But she gets AB Honor Roll for the year. Lily has worked so hard, just like Jackson. She is steadfast. If she did not get it right, she would just have a fit. She had to have the best grade. She had to have an A. She had to have her homework. She had to have her books. I mean, everything had to be in order for her. And if I could give her a most improved, which up here I do, she has not she's not the same person she was at the beginning of the year. She's so confident. And I hope that we, as a class, have poured into you that you can do anything that you set your mind to. Justin Nguyen isn't here. He gets the my math award for problem solver. He was a problem solver pro. If somebody had a question or didn't understand it, the first thing he would say is, "Miss C, can I go help him? Can I go help him?" So he gets the problem solver pro at math award and AB honor roll, and he's not here, so I will make sure he gets that. Next is Natalie Lomu. Natalie gets our AB honor roll, and she also gets our handwriting award for beautiful penmanship. Natalie is another one who is quiet, and but she's very, very smart, and she knows a lot. So this is for you, Natalie. All right, and Joshua Cephas. Oh, there you are. Okay, Joshua Cephas. Trying to make sure I don't forget anybody. All right. Joshua. What do I say about Joshua? Joshua is funny. Joshua is smart. Joshua is silly. Joshua loves science. Joshua loves history. He's just a great overall well-rounded student. And he takes home AB honor roll for the year. He also gets my history award for the highest average in history. And I have really, really enjoyed having him in class and just watching him grow as a person spiritually and physically. And that is all for me. Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Junior. Sorry. And Caleb. That was another one. I am so sorry, y'all. Gosh. I've got some that aren't here and they came in. So, okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Junior Aguirre gets my You Are a Star award because he always makes me smile. And Junior is definitely a prayer warrior because every day, just about every day, he'll come up to me and say, "Miss C, I got a prayer request. I got a prayer request." And he earnestly prays for things that really would shock you as a child. Just because somebody was sick or something like that. That's the kind of things he would bring to us. So he is my star for always making us smile, and he also told jokes as well. And last but not least, I'm so sorry, Caleb. Caleb Peterson. Okay. So Caleb is bringing home AB honor roll. He has worked so hard this year. This guy is on the go all the time with leaving the classroom for different specials. I mean, he's playing guitar. He's going to the office for this. He's going to the office for that. He's a guy on the go. But he gets AB honor roll for the year, and he also gets my certificate of appreciation for love and deep understanding of God's word. He really gets it, and he has brought out a lot of good points to us while we were in class that just bring so much more meaning to the scriptures that we would read. And in third grade, we sat and read the scriptures verse by verse, and we talked about it. And these kids are so in tune, and I credit his parents for that because they have been great role models for him as well. So this is for Caleb. You can still come back and see me. Okay, I think I'm done this time. Sorry.
Good morning. I'm Miss P. I'm gonna keep it short. I might be out of breath soon, so. Our first award goes to Daniel Peterson. He got Christian Character nominee. And he also got A honor roll for the year. And he also got Leadership Award. The next award goes to the Student of the Year, Aubrey Bailey. Aubrey also got A honor roll. She got academic excellence, excellence in all her subjects. She got the highest GPA for spelling, the highest GPA for science. She got the highest GPA in language arts, the highest GPA in math, and the highest GPA in history. The next award goes to Vihan Kilaru. Vihan got A honor roll for the year. Vihan also got the Math Whiz Award. Thank you. I don't think Isabella's here, but she got the Improvement Award, Most Improved for the year. The next award is the Creative Thinker Award, and that goes to Lucas Dang. Lucas also got perfect attendance for the year. My next award is the Curious Kiddo Award, and that goes to David Garcia. My next award goes to Micah Cobb. Micah got AB Honor Roll for the year, and he also got Problem Solver Award. My Positive Attitude Award goes to Olivia Stort. My next award goes to Maxine Day. Maxine got AB Honor Roll for the year, and she also got the Social Butterfly Award. I'm gonna miss you too. My next award is for Christian Morton, and he got the Good Sport Award. My next award goes to Miley Lomu. Miley got AB Honor Roll for the year and the Queen of Kindness Award. I don't think she's here today. My next award goes to the King of Kindness, and that's Jeremiah Stansel. He's not here. My next award goes to Mateus Lopez, Sensational Speller Award. My next award goes to Jeremy Jimenez. Jeremy got AB Honor Roll for the year and the Handy Handwriting Award. My Amazing Artist Award goes to Trinity Kasor. My Awesome Artist Award goes to Oliver Bulu. He's not here today. And my Sunshine Award goes to Solomon Mayo. And if you all know him, he is one special kid who always keeps you smiling in class. I'm going to miss all you guys. It's been a great year. Thank you to all the parents for your love, your support, your patience throughout the year, and the patience of the kids throughout this year. I love you guys, and hopefully I will see you all next year. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Miss Hayes, and I had the pleasure of teaching the elementary art specials this year. It was a joy to get to know each and every one of these kids. I seriously love them so much. They have a special place in my heart. That being said, my first art achievement certificate goes to Panson Ndong. Panson was creative, and she had a high level of craftsmanship and quality in each of her art pieces, and I just love to see her create in the art room this year. My second award in second grade goes to Nora Gritton. Nora was so precise in all of her coloring. She stayed in the lines, and all of her art pieces were a high level of craftsmanship and quality. In third grade, the art achievement certificate goes to Hannah Ellick. She may have left, but Hannah was also amazing with her quality in each of the projects that we did. My last art achievement certificate goes to Oliver Bulu, which I think he also left. But Oliver was so creative. I would see him doing the project, I would look down and I would be like, Oliver, how did you do that? Super, super creative. Thank you.
Well, anybody that knows me know that I don't do speeches. And we had so much fun in art. In STEM Lab this year. Like, we built boats out of aluminum foil. I taught them brain games. We had so much fun. This is the second year I think I've taught them. We're getting better. We had more fun than we did learn. I'm just going to tell you that now. So, with no further ado, for first grade, Panson, you know you're getting old when you've taught every one of the kids in the family. For second grade, Alina Dooley. There she is. I don't do hugs, but I told him I would give them hugs today. Justin, for third grade. Izzy's not here. Oh, I love Justin. He was so curious. And fourth grade, Isabella Scotton. Is she here today? No, she's not here? Well, 2 for 4.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Day, and I'm the elementary school librarian. This year's been a little different because I'm also teaching a class, but we still made it through, and hopefully the kids are liking the new books that are coming through the library. I have 4 students that I want to recognize. For first grade, my library hero. I go to the first grade class and read a book, and we'll talk about it. We'll do a coloring sheet or an activity. And Scotty Fuller is my library hero because he is always engaged and asking questions and wants to be see what we're reading and what's next, and he's just very into it. So thank you. For second grade, I have a Page Turner Award. So this student will come up to me, what is the biggest book you have in the library? He comes into the library, what's the biggest book? And that would be Connor Griffin. And he checks them out and takes them home. For third grade, I have a Curious Mind Award that I want to give to Caleb Peterson because he's always asking questions, and do you have this book? And can you get a book about this? And his brother does it too. And for fourth grade, we almost had a tie between my daughter and this other student, but he beat her out for the checkout champ, and that's Vihan Killaru. He checked out the most books this year out of all the grades. So, that's it for me.
Hello, my name is Susan Higginbotham, and I have the pleasure of working with all the grades. I work with kindergartners all the way through our seniors this year, and it has been my pleasure to do so. I want to begin by just thanking the parents for all the effort and for allowing your children to come to this school. It is a gift. And I hope you really realize what you're investing in, because you're not only investing in them academically for their future, but you're also investing them spiritually for their future. So I just commend you for having that desire and doing that. I want to begin with my Rising Reader Awards. These are for our first and second graders, so when I call your name, if you will come up here. Hayden Bethea. Joy Eagle. Jackson Rice. Tyson McCrae. Maya Latwashi. Kayla Morgan. I also am giving out the Sound Detective Awards. I have students that we've worked really hard on all the phonetic rules, and so they are Anthony Faust. Is Anthony here? Lily Rice. Hannah Jimenez. Washington Dayu. Olivia Stewart. We implemented a new program this year. We've worked, Miss Dixon is my assistant. She's my very shy assistant who doesn't like to public speak. But anyway, we worked very hard on implementing a fluency reading program. And either she or I would be in the classroom 1 or 2 times a week reading new stories to each classroom from first grade all the way through our 6th graders. And so we come up with awards for those who really, everyone, I would like for Miss Cumbie's 3rd grade class to stand up. Please stand up. This class, out of my elementary classes, just really, they taught me something each week. They're just a joy. And so hats off to you for all your hard work and your reading, and everyone increased. You may have a seat. All right, I need Miss Bailey's little ones. Please stand up. All right, Miss Bailey's class, they increased. We have one student, you have to do timed reading, and what you're trying to do is read for a minute, and so they read. One student read a difference of 56 words from where she started at the beginning of the year to how many words she could read at the end of the year. Hats off to the little 1st graders. Way to go. And our 2nd graders worked very hard, and they were a joy, and our 4th graders worked very hard. They were also a joy. Yohini Ebenholt, she is my Succeeding in Reading Award. Tristan Morton. Hannah Bentley. And Parker Fritton. Najee Johnson, okay, Daniel Peterson, and Miley Lomu. Thank you very much.
All right, I think it has been a very successful school year. I certainly have enjoyed it, and I guess that's it. We're at the end, and school is over. 25-26 is in the books, and it's time for summer. So congratulations. Thank you all. I hope you have a happy, safe, healthy summer, and we will see you in August. Report cards will be mailed. Bye. Mwah.